today I'm going to help you solve the biggest problem I hear agency owners circle around and around and around about, being the bottleneck in their agency. Hey there, I'm Tasha Booth, coach to online service-based agency owners around the world. Now, I get it. Most, if not all of us, start off as solopreneurs, and so giving up control of client work or even internal projects can feel like a lot. How can you know that you can trust this person? What if they make a mistake? Will they treat your agency's clients with the same care, love, and respect as you have shown? Now, the reasons for your fears are totally valid. You built your business to the point where you're now considering expanding from solopreneur to agency owner in large part because of how awesome sauce you are at what you do and how you do it. But here's the thing, my friend. As long as you feel like you need to keep a vice grip on every project, client interaction, email, onboarding, so on and so forth, you will never find that time freedom you so desperately crave. As long as your entire business revolves around what you can produce and what you approve, and you always being the bottleneck, it's not going to change. So today, let's change it. I'm going to give you my 5 most actionable steps for removing yourself as a bottleneck inside your online agency. Step number 1 is to shift your mindset from doer to leader. The first thing you have to do is get your mind right. If you're not prepared to follow through with not just delegating to your team, but trusting your team, you'll always feel like the chief everything officer and never move into fully embracing your role as CEO. A lot of our lack of trust comes from limiting beliefs. Now, these limiting beliefs can include things like, only I can do it. If I hire team members as primary points of contact, then all of my clients will leave. My team members are going to steal all of my clients away from me. Sound familiar? Now, once we can get past these limiting beliefs and embrace the facts like your genius is in the processes you create and the company culture you build. You can hire great people to not only do amazing work, but also care deeply for your clients. And you are building a team of people with integrity, and you can safeguard from client poaching. Now, once we do that, then we can truly shift from doer to leader. Step number 2 is document your genius and create repeatable processes. I hate to tell you this, and I wish it were different, but your team members are not mind readers. I know, shocking, right? But oftentimes we inadvertently expect them to be. Now, how often has your team member completed something and they thought it was absolutely great, exactly what you wanted, but in your mind, you're like, what the holy heck? This isn't at all what I wanted. And soon you're going behind your team members' back, fixing things or even redoing entire projects. Soon you're frustrated and feeling resentful because this definitely feels harder rather than easier. And they're feeling frustrated and feeling like you don't trust them to do good work. Now, the solution to this is that we need to get on the same page and you need to show your team what A+ work actually looks like within your agency. To do this, we'll need to document the process, preferably both visually, like something like Loom, and in written form, and create templates and examples of your expectations of a finished product. Now, we did this within my own agency when we felt like our graphic designers just weren't nailing what I meant when I said high converting sales pages. Once I took the time to create a checklist of what elements I always expected on the page and an example, they started nailing it. They felt more successful, and I didn't feel like I was wasting time and money on underperforming work. It was a grand time for all. Step number 3, build your A team with strategic hiring. Be honest, have you ever gotten a client and then realized you don't have anyone on your team who has the capacity to take them? You probably did one of 2 things. Number 1, you took the client back on for yourself. Yep, right back into that overwhelm you go. Or number 2, you hurriedly put out on social media looking for the first warm body that might have the skill set to join your team and work with that client. And how did that work out for you? Probably not great, I'm guessing. The alternative is to be proactive in our hiring. This means hiring before there's an immediate need and taking the time to find someone who not only has the hard skills to get the job done, but also has the soft skills that will complement our team well and speak to the mission, vision, and values of your company. Now, yes, doing it the proactive way is going to take a little bit longer, but it's totally worth it because this is how we find team members who are truly great fits and who stick around for the long haul way better than having a revolving door of wrong fits, right? Step number 4, design scalable services that don't require your constant input. Now, some call this productizing your offer, but I like to call it agencyfying your offer because it's way cuter. Now, when we agencyfy our offers, we take out the complete customization. Basically, we're no longer saying yes to every service and every client under the sun. Instead, we're looking at creating a product suite based off of the center of this Venn diagram. What do you love to do? What are you and your team great at? And what do you get referred to for often? When we build out our product suite around that, not only does it make marketing our offers much clearer and lighter, but it also allows us to create those all-important templates and processes that lets our team deliver stellar service to our clients over and over again. And step number 5, embrace true leadership and effective delegation. Once you've got the first 4 steps down, it becomes so much easier to work through step 5. Remember, your goal is to lead from the back and coach and mentor your team up and be able to do the CEO level things that only you can do, all while knowing that your clients are well taken care of. Here are a few tips on ways that you can better embrace delegation. Now, before you start a task, ask, is there anyone else in the world who can do this, or is this truly in my role as CEO? Ask more than you answer. Help your team to trust themselves and be leaders in their own right by asking them, what do you think? So often we jump to answering their questions instead of having them come up with their own solutions and then ask for our input if needed. Hold 15-minute check-ins once a month on Zoom or even as a Slack automation. This will help you feel like you're staying in the know while also giving your team the freedom to get the work done without you micromanaging. But they still know that you're there if you need them. Let's quickly recap our 5 steps to removing yourself as the bottleneck of your online agency. Step 1 is to shift your mindset from doer to leader so that you can stop feeling solely responsible for every outcome and start viewing your business strategically. Step 2 is to document your genius and create repeatable processes so that you can transfer your knowledge to others and ensure consistent quality without constant involvement. Step 3 is to build your A team with strategic hiring so that you can have the right people in place who complement your skills and fill critical gaps in your business. Step 4 is to design scalable services that don't require your constant input so that you can increase your revenue without proportionally increasing your workload or your time commitment. And step 5 is to embrace true leadership and effective delegation so that you can focus on your business and all while your team is confidently handling your client day-to-day operations. Now, if this video spoke to you and maybe felt like I was calling you out in a loving way, then check out the free guide I've created, 10 interview questions to cut turnover and find right fit team members. In it, I'll walk you through what questions to ask during the interview process so that you can hire team members your clients rave about. You can get out of the weeds and instead focus on strategic growth and spaciousness. I want you to click the link in the description to download it and start building your dream team today.